What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, my co-creators? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day, co-creating the life that you want, the life that you've been wishing for, hoping for, working on, actually visualizing. That's how you enter the co-creation nation, folks. Welcome. Hope you're having a great day. Hope everything is going your way, which it is if you speak it. You got to say good things. You got to say affirmations, folks. You got to speak up loud, positively about your life and how you want it to go and how you want it to be. You have to speak that. Your words are very, very powerful. Don't ever forget that. Um, okay. I I hurt my back the other day. Just a regular injury or whatever. And I remember I got up in the morning and I was like trying to figure out if it still hurts or not. And so you know how when you hurt yourself or you have like a certain pain, a chronic pain, you'll kind of keep moving around or moving your arm around or shoulder around till you feel it. It's like it's like we want to know where the worst pain is, and so throughout the day we're constantly finding a spot like, oh yeah, there you go right there. It's like we are always in search of our limits, our boundaries, the wall. I don't know if it's a human condition or I don't know if it's something that's kind of just been taught to us through through society to always try to find the wall, the limitation, the barrier. Where do we stop? The absolute end. We're always trying to compare and contrast. Like I said, I don't know if it's a human thing or something that we're taught. It might be a little bit of both, but I know that society definitely encourages us to find boundaries and have limitations on things. Society doesn't teach us to have the attitude of anything's possible. That's not what's promoted. If you have that attitude, that's something that you've been taught by an individual, or you just was born with that idea in your head. Because if you look in any institution, whether it's education, whether it's religion, whether it's you know um, government institutions, there's always like some type of limit. They teach humans to be in a box. Either you're over here or you're over there. There's no way you're everywhere. Either you're running to a wall or you're starting from the bottom. There's no I'm everywhere. That's not taught. And I know it's kind of hard for humans to wrap their minds around that. And like I said, when I was looking for that pain, I see people do it all the time. They'll tell you, "Oh, this is hurting," and they'll like move their neck around till they find, "Oh yeah, that's where it hurts right there." It's like we feel more comfortable when we know where the limitations are. And I'm gonna tell you right now, folks, that's one of those things that we need to break out of. We need to get more comfortable with living in a world where things are unlimited, where things are, where anything is possible. That's how I live. I mean, I haven't killed all of my limited thinking, but I try to remind myself that anything that I can imagine is possible. There is no limitations that of what can happen at any present moment. There are no rules. There are no limits, folks. There's no boundaries. There's no walls. It's all wide open. It's like floating in space. You're there and you're everywhere at the same time. There's no barriers for you. There's no limits. There's no not possible things for you. We can go on and on and on and on. We can go high as we want to go. We can use all types of tools, all types of thinking to keep expanding. I mean, some of the stuff you've seen on movies or read in books over the years, this stuff is possible. There's no way we can imagine things without there actually being a possibility for it. If we can imagine it on any kind of level, if we can see it in our heads, that means that it's possible, folks. We have to get comfortable living with the idea that anything is possible, that everything is can happen at any moment. And that can be very scary. I get that. I really, really do. Because, a lot of us want to live like this. I love this shirt. There's a sheep with a damn mask on, with a muzzle on. A lot of us want to follow the leader and just walk in a single file line. Some of us say, "Oh, I'm doing my own thing. I'm stepping outside. I'm not following the crowd." But still, a lot of times we still have our little blinders on, where we don't focus on different things and we don't pay attention to different possibilities. But if we could only get to the point where we could be comfortable in an infinite mindset, where all things are possible, anything can happen, anything we can imagine. And that can go for something that we consider bad or something that we consider good. The key word is consider, because something that's bad for you is good for somebody else. Something that's good for you is bad for somebody else. That's just the world we live in. Endless possibilities. And so that's what I want y'all to do, my co-creators. I want y'all not to limit yourself, not to always try to find the wall, always try to find the end. There is no end. There is no end. That's why it's always funny to me when people talk about, oh, I can't wait to retire. It's like, I'm never going to retire. Of course, I'll work smarter. You know, you got to work around, your body if you're aging. But there's no retirement. You just work differently. Yeah, you may vacation more, you may travel more, but you never retire. You always need to be working on something. There's no end to your work in this world. There's no end to your expansion in this universe. You are an eternal being that's been around forever and will always be around. You are not this body. You keep going. You keep going. It's like space. You keep going. And I know it's natural for us to try to find a wall. I mean, you hear about these bad kids and stuff and like acting out, and all they really need is somebody to show them a boundary, and then they start straightening out, because we have a craving to know where the end is. Well, how far can I go? What's the limitation? What's the boundaries? We get comfort in knowing that there's an end and there's a beginning, and I get that. But you really living like a boss when you can just say, I'm everywhere. I am at the end and at the beginning. I always been here. I'm going to always be here. Anything's possible. If you're a religious person, if you ride with God, if you with God, you come from God, you ride with God, Alpha and Omega, baby. We riding together. You've always been here. You will always be here. There's no limit or end or boundaries or limitations. You can do anything. You can go anywhere. You can have any life. You can feel anything. Anything you want to feel, you have the capacity to create those feelings in your body. Nobody can make you feel anything. You can feel in love when you single and at home by yourself. That feeling of in love doesn't come from another person. That other person may make it easier for you to express it, but it's always in you. Any feelings, just like negative feelings. People feel depressed, people feel upset. Yeah, other people can provoke that feeling, but that feeling lives inside of you. We are unlimited spiritual beings, eternal beings that's been around forever, folks. We are not just this body. We are not limited to that. We're floating in space. And that sounds scary, but that's what we are. We are floating in space. We are just adrift in this beautiful existence, this beautiful consciousness. And when we're done here, we'll be drifting, going to do something else. Shoot, some of us might want to come back here for whatever reason. But we are endless, boundless beings. Co-creators. That's a beautiful thing, folks. I know it's scary, but that is a beautiful thing. Don't sell yourself short and put yourself in these little squares, these little boxes. Don't be a sheep with a damn diaper on your face. Don't do it, folks. You can go anywhere, do anything. Expansion never ends. There's no end to this. Please. Anyway, my co-creators, get your 30 minutes cardio in. Meditate for like 10 minutes. Turn off that dirty, funky, stinky news. Leave your cell phone at home sometime. There was another one I wanted to add to that. I'll think of it soon. But anyway, my co-creators, thank you for checking in with the Co-Creation Nation, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.